G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of LinkedIn Lids Off. I'm pretty pumped for this one. We have a very exciting guest with us today. For those of you guys who don't know what the frothing part is, frothers are people who operate at a high frequency that we can engage with and take a bit of energy and run it our day. So I hope that all makes sense to you. It should by now. So I wanted to introduce you to, and I'll introduce her soon, Diana Nguyen, who I've only just become acquainted with through a mutual frother on LinkedIn, String, Nguyen as well. And she's a barrel of fun. I only met her yesterday and we've already become pretty good mates. We've been frothing out. We've already been to 2 events. This is our 3rd time hanging out. So she's actually a comedian and also an actor. She just finished up a web series which has taken 4 years to make, which is pretty gnarly. That's a whole Olympics. So I'd like to introduce her to the stage / my backyard. Welcome to LinkedIn Lids Off.
Yeah!
And embracing. One of the questions I always get is, do I have to take my lid off? And you don't, but you can wear whatever you want.
Yes.
So this is what we got.
Yeah, I thought let's get in with the theme.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about frothing.
Yeah.
What that means to you. Understand the concept a little bit. So what does frothing mean to you in your line of work?
I guess because my line of work is being an artist, and it's kind of you're alone when you're an artist.
Yep.
So my job is to get good positive energy to keep making work. So that's my frothing.
Yep.
Is finding good people, positive people, just to pick you up and give you that boost. So yeah.
Awesome. I know the feeling working on your own can be tough, and a lot of business people and artists and out there can spend a lot of time alone, and it can get you down. So that's why we need frothers. We need to connect with them.
Yep.
Is there any frothers in particular that you'd like to give a shout out that you steal energy from?
I wouldn't say steal, maybe borrow.
Borrow, yeah, borrow. Actually, yeah, it's a mutual. It's mutual.
Yeah. 2 women I've met also on LinkedIn.
Yep.
String was actually the one who told me to get onto LinkedIn 7 months ago.
Yep.
And hence why I've been dancing on LinkedIn, which isn't my profession, but it's been some kind of energy that's coming through that people are really enjoying that. And I met Sally yesterday, Sally Illingworth, who is a Powerball.
A Powerball?
Yeah. I think it's a better one than what we were talking about before.
Exactly.
It's definitely a Powerball. You know when you get that lucky number and it's like, wow, it's that. So
Okay.
just really lucky to meet people, even you as well. Just really good energy and positive people.
Awesome. She sounds like an ultimate frother, so I have to take her and get her on as well. So let's talk a bit about comedy.
Yes.
So that's awesome. You were telling me before that you've just finished up your show, and that's, yeah, sweet, just checking. Just finished up your show, which has been taken 4 years. Tell us a bit about that, and how did you keep up the froth levels over a 4-year period?
Oh, that's a good question. So the comedy show that we did was at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival 8 years ago in 2011. Did it as theatre, and then 4 years ago I thought, how do we reach a bigger market instead of me coming into your bedroom or setting up a hall and performing it? So the idea of making a web series came about, and we did a crowdfund, and we've had 220 people donate to the crowdfund. And for me, if people are behind your dream and are behind a community dream, then that's why I'm doing what I need to do, and that's why I do art, is to connect with people. And it's been a real big shift to me because I'm a theatre performer. So from theatre, you get the live
froth.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then via camera, you have to put the froth in somehow, be very articulate, nail it. So it's been really interesting learning for me. So I've had to get a lot of froth from other people who I've never met before and learn so much more.
Awesome.
And I never knew they would be learning so much at this age. It's kind of weird for me. Yeah.
You always got to keep learning, don't you?
Yeah.
That's the spice of life, new experience. So what we like to do is we like to give a shout out to a frother that you gain froth from. You don't steal it.
Yes.
You gain froth from, who has passed on into the next frothy life.
Yes. So my biggest shout out is to String. And people to say she's my friend, blah blah blah. But when I was doing the crowdfund for Fee and Me 4 years ago and 4 months ago, when I was down and I would message her, she was there for me 100%, saying what's going on, let's talk. So my biggest shout out is to her, And the way she's storming LinkedIn and being so different. And I think that's where we get our inspiration from, is to be different and create your own froth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a radical answer. Except
Yes.
I was just after
Go.
the passed away
Oh,
frother. So
passed
that's the
away,
alive
gotcha.
one. String, I hope you're alive.
Yes.
Yeah, we hope you're alive.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a good one. Good
so
point.
the passed away. This is comedy. This is real.
She's not dead.
She's not dead.
Knock on wood. Okay.
Okay.
Passed away froth.
I like to think of musicians and like people who, yeah, you don't have, you're never going to be able to actually meet, but they're still, their legacy lives
Okay,
on.
I got it. Marilyn Monroe.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's something so mysterious about her. It's like she was so feminine in her time. She was a bit of a femme fatale as well, by the many affairs she had with men. But there's something so alluring about her and powerful about her, which I'll never meet ever. Maybe someday when I go up there. But yeah, I just thought of her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. And how do you access her? Is that like through old videos and like, or just her quotes and things like that?
Oh well, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, so movies that she's been in, or just these images of her. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know why why her name came in my head.
Yeah, that's a great one. It's really powerful. Yeah. So let's wrap it up. Do you
Yes.
have any message for? I guess because we're talking about LinkedIn and that's how we connected.
Yeah.
People to find a bit more of an interesting voice on LinkedIn. Potentially, like I haven't seen, because I'm only pretty new to sussing everyone out. I haven't seen a lot of people using comedy in the way that you do.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty inspiring. I think more people could use that. Do you have any messages for those guys about how they can optimize their froth levels?
Optimizing froth level. I guess for me, I've used my art. Something that my strength is. I'm not faking it.
Yep.
I'm being the word authentic, which is used a lot on LinkedIn. But I guess you finding what you are and sharing it and not being afraid of it. There's another LinkedIn person, Ruby Lee. She's saying, don't be afraid of your successes, even though people bring you down. Just keep going.
Awesome.
Because someone else will see it and someone else will embrace it.
Yeah.
So always have that in mind.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I love that. There's like a lot of in other communities and other platforms, you feel like sometimes with my community I don't feel like anyone's listening, but then sometimes someone will shoot you a private message and go, you know, they don't necessarily like shit and do all that crap because it's not for everyone, but people are listening, and if you get through to one person, get a bit of froth over to one person, then job done.
That's
awesome.
Just
All right.
frothing.
Yeah, frothing everywhere. Thanks for coming on Finding the Frothers and LinkedIn Lids Off.
That's it.
And yeah, awesome.
Great.
Pumped.